Welcome, MATLAB user, to your home base, where all your projects begin, the development environment. Today, we'll introduce you to the MATLAB interface in front of you and give you an overview of its main functionalities. So, first things first, let's get acquainted with the default layout that appears when you open up MATLAB. There's the command window, the workspace, and files. The command window is where you execute commands, run scripts, and interact with your workspace in real time. This is where you can define variables like a equals 5 plus 3, x equals 1 to 10, or y equals log of x, and manipulate them to execute tasks like plot x comma y. This allows you to quickly test code and explore your data. When you define a variable, it appears over here in the workspace. This is where all your variables live, and it provides useful information about them. Plus, if you double-click on a variable, it opens it in the variable editor, where you can further inspect and manipulate the variable in a variety of ways, including navigating and exploring variable contents, sorting and filtering, editing variable values directly, and that's just to name a few. Next up is Files. Here you can see and interactively manage files and folders in MATLAB. For example, if I save the variables I just created under My Data, they show up in this panel and in this folder on my computer, ready to be retrieved for further use. Now that we're comfortable with the main MATLAB panels, let's learn how to customize their layout. We currently have the default layout before us. Sidebars on the sides and bottom of the desktop show the tools that are currently open in the desktop. By clicking its icon on the sidebar, you can hide or show a panel. And by clicking and dragging the icons in the sidebar, you can ungroup or group panels. This allows you to access or hide the whole group with a single click. If the panel you're looking for is not already open, click here to open the gallery and select it from the available panels. By dragging their title bars or their icons from the sidebars, we can also move panels around to adjust the desktop layout. If you like your custom layout and want to save it for future use, go to the Layout menu and click Save Current Layout. You can also see your saved MATLAB layouts in this menu and switch between them, helping you quickly set up your workspace for different workflows, from debugging to source control and beyond. If you want to restore the default layout, choose Two-Column Layout to reset the desktop to default settings. Okay, we now understand how to navigate and manipulate the panels in the MATLAB desktop. It's time to actually type some commands in. We can execute commands with immediate results, express matrix and array mathematics directly, and utilize thousands of built-in functions for common mathematical, scientific, and engineering calculations. Then, you can combine your commands to create scripts that enable you to automate your work. Scripts can automate simple commands like these, or solve more complex problems, as shown here. So, now we have a pretty good grasp of navigating, manipulating, and operating in the MATLAB desktop. Next up, we have another important portion of the MATLAB interface, the tool strip. The tool strip is broken up into tabs, with some global tabs always being present, and contextual tabs which only appear when you're doing certain things, like working in the editor. First up, we have the Home tab, which contains many important command buttons and icons for commonly used functionalities in MATLAB. You can create a variety of new things, from live scripts to projects, open existing files, import and manipulate data, launch Simulink, manage your environment by modifying preferences, and ask for help or send feedback directly to MATLAB developers. The Plots tab is where you can plot selected variables. The available plot types shown are relevant for the data you have selected. We can plot our X data from earlier and have it appear in a figure window. This next tab is where you can find all your apps, both ones from MathWorks and ones you built yourself. You can design or install new apps or utilize ones you already own. To use an app like Curve Fitting, just click on it, then load in your data, like our X and Y, and examine the results. Finally, the entire toolstrip can be minimized or restored by clicking this icon here. In addition to the toolstrip tabs, you can use Desktop Search to quickly access a wide range of Help Center resources to directly launch apps, access settings like dark mode, and consult for any further questions about the MATLAB desktop. If you have access to MATLAB Copilot, you'll see additional capabilities in the desktop, including a Copilot chat window. In this window, you can create, refine, and debug MATLAB code with generative AI. Okay, that wraps up our tour of the MATLAB desktop. Now you can get out there and start leveraging your knowledge of the MATLAB development environment. For more information, check out resources like the How to Write a MATLAB Program video and the Getting Started with MATLAB webpage, all linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.